With Super Bowl 60 coming up, I had to do an awesome rebuild. The problem is the Patriots and the Seahawks are really good. There's not much rebuilding to do. And it made me think of one of the most iconic games in NFL history, the Falcons having that massive 28-3 lead on the New England Patriots. Falcons fans, I'm not cooking you. I'm saying I'm going to restore glory to this program. We're going to take the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl. We're going to win it. We're going to properly build this roster. Hope you guys enjoyed the makeshift setup. I'm in San Francisco for Super Bowl 60, but naturally the grind does not stop. Gentlemen, the big game is finally here, and if you want to get in on the action, there's no better place than my sponsor, Underdog. With Underdog, you just pick higher or lower on 2 or more player stats, and you can win up to 5,000x your entry. And of course, for the big game, Underdog is hooking it up with a big reveal. All you do is just choose your player and see if you get a gimme pick. Here are my picks for the game. You can actually tail my partner pack. I'm so excited. I think Cup's going to have a really big game. Underdog is available in most states, including Texas, Florida, and California. And new customers get $75 in bonus entries when you play just $5 to get started. Just use code MMG during sign up and it'll load instantly. Huge shout out to Underdog. Now let's get back to the video. So Atlanta Falcons roster. Let's kick it off like this. Bijan Robinson is the highest overall player on this team, and he's 23 years old. He's also my Dynasty Fantasy Football GOAT. He's also one of the best running back prospects in a long time, and I know that I always get a lot of shit when I say this, but I actually think Bijan Robinson is the best running back in the NFL right now. I unironically, non-YouTuber, think that. So I'm very excited to build him into a 99 overall. On a lot of these rebuilds, halfback is the most overlooked position by far, because I'm always looking for a good wide receiver one, a good quarterback, and halfbacks don't do that great, but that's not the case here. And yes, this is a rebuild, but there's so many good players on this team. Drake London is obviously amazing. A 6'4" superstar wide receiver. He's kind of slow, but especially in sim, that doesn't matter. Also, he has 99 catching, 96 catching traffic. Gotta love Jesse Bates, one of the best safeties in the league. Only issue is he's 28 years old. He'll probably lose that X factor in a couple years here, but we'll get some really quality reps out of him. And who knows, maybe even at the age of 32, 33, he'll still be with the Atlanta Falcons and still playing at a high level. That's the hope. Lindstrom's a dog. AJ Terrell's a dog. Honestly, it's kind of obvious what the issue is in Atlanta. They paid Kirk Cousins $150 million, and then they started Michael Penix over him. There's obviously a quarterback problem in Atlanta. Darnell Mooney's nice. Kyle Pitts, the greatest what if. I think even 10 years from now, I might be drafting Kyle Pitts, hoping that he'll pop off in fantasy football. The O-line's actually pretty good, though. I think I could pick up a center or a right tackle. That'd be kind of fun. And then defensively, we have really good rookies on this team. Like James Pierce Jr. had a really good season. Xavier Watts, Jalen Walker, like... this team's actually really nice. I think I'm going to switch out of a 3-4, though. I think we want to run a 4-3 because I want James Pierce Jr. on one edge, and I definitely want Jalen Walker on the other edge. So I'm going to switch up this defense a little bit. Now, one thing is true. Atlanta's offensive playbook is one of the best in the game. It's so good in simulations. So there's nothing we need to do here. Your slot wide receiver in Atlanta Falcons goes crazy. So Drake London, I'm going to make him slot. He's going to have a crazy season, but the base 3-4 is really, I think, what holds this team back. It's just not good, especially not with the players we have. We go base 4-3. And for our defensive playbook, I'm probably going to rock something like Cleveland. It's honestly so funny, too, even in Madden 26, as I scroll through these coaches, how many of them are no longer with their program. Like, it's actually crazy. I think there's 10 different head coaches in the NFL right now than there were at the start of the season. Might even be more. But yeah, we're going to go Cleveland's defensive playbook. It's usually really good. So we got Atlanta's offense, Cleveland's defense. Michael Penix is the starter right now. Jalen Walker's the left edge rusher. James Pierce Jr. is going to be right edge rusher. I'm going to move Rook Ororo. Holy shit. Is this for real? This is like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is like a sound effect in an anime. Sorry, that's someone's last name, actually. So I'm going to shut up. We're going to move Drake London to slot wide receiver. Here's the thing we could do with this Atlanta team. We literally can like cycle in and out wide receivers at that spot. And it's going to be crazy. Now, we are taking over at the end of the season, but in this simulation, it was the same playoffs, except, I mean, mostly the same playoffs. The Super Bowl is Pittsburgh Steelers, Los Angeles Rams. And it would be Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams winning the Super Bowl. Sorry, Rams fans, only in Madden. Same with Steelers fans. I don't know how you guys made it. Travion Henderson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Puka wins Offensive Player of the Year. Stafford wins. This is a very good season for Matthew Stafford, to say the least. Atlanta Falcons do not have their round 1 pick, so my first pick is round 2, pick 14. Oh my God. Wait, I'm such an idiot. Guys, I forgot. I imported the draft class. I totally forgot I did this. Dude, I was literally looking at this Arch Manning like, did the game just auto-generate a guy named Arch Manning? No, this is actually Arch Manning. The thing with the Falcons is I kind of think they're going to have a little bit of faith in Michael Penix, right? I'm trying to think about this upcoming draft. What are the Atlanta Falcons realistically going to do? Are they going to take one of these quarterbacks? Are they going to take a DJ Lagway, a John Mateer, a Sam Levitt, and Arch Manning? I don't know how Arch Manning is a day 3 talent. I have no idea if this draft class imported is any good, but this also means that somebody got Fernando Mendoza. Dude, I want John Mateer, though. Like, I actually want Arkansas John Mateer. Sorry, Arkansas. I want Oklahoma's John Mateer. My bad. Oh, God. I think he might be ass. He's number 171 in Drew. Oh my God, he's ass. Yo, he's so fast though. 89 speed, 91 excel, 89 agility. Dude, it might actually be John Mateer's season. Let's find out with this draft recap. Oh my God. Yo, we got Ryan Wingo though. Ryan Wingo out of Texas. 96 speed, 95 excel. He's also normal dev, unfortunately. But that's actually a really good rookie wide receiver. So now we have Drake London, 6'4", and then we have Ryan Wingo, kind of like our speed guy. That's 2 really good wide receivers. Very excited about that. John Mateer is ass. Did not expect that. I thought he'd be higher than a 69 overall. Maybe not, actually. Maybe that's accurate. Let's see how this did overall. It's got Leonard Moore. Jeremiah Smith yeah, that's pretty accurate. Round 1, pick 2 for Jeremiah Smith. Ryan Williams went to the Jets. Nate Frazier's with the Chiefs. Dylan Stewart's on the Commanders. I have to assume that this draft class was made before Fernando Mendoza shot up everybody's draft board, because this one really makes sense. I don't think there's a universe where the Atlanta Falcons get Fernando Mendoza anyway, so I'm okay with it. But I'm gonna start John Mateer at quarterback this season, bro. Why not? Oh, come on. And I'm putting Ryan Wingo at slot wide receiver. We're going to give John Mateer and Ryan Wingo some very serious big boy NFL reps. Halfway through the season, we're 3-4, taking on my Detroit Lions Monday night primetime game. John Mateer. Not a spectacular start. Not an offensive rookie of the year start, but he's got 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And Drake London's got 301. Ryan Wingo's got 304 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts is getting the ball too. Everybody's kind of getting the ball. We have a lot of threats out there. What about Bijan though? Wow. Actually, Bijan's kind of carrying low key. He's averaging 6.5 yards a carry right now. You know, I've been sitting here thinking so much about this Atlanta Falcons offense. And I think oh, wait, am I clamping this? Oh, great defense. Caden Ellis. Yeah, I think I've honestly been paying too much attention to this offense. I really actually think it's Atlanta's defense that needs help. I've always thought Atlanta has had a nice offense. I think the whole Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix thing has obviously been weird. They had Matt Ryan for so long. He was so good. So yes, that's a little bit weird, but is John Mateer the answer here? I don't know, but Checkdown finds Bijan. And I'm going to speed boost my way for 44 yards. Nice work, John Mateer. I think we got to go hand off this thing to Bijan. But yeah, I do think it's actually my defense because we got a good O-line and we have so many playmakers. Let's develop a quarterback and let's focus on the defense. Although I do like some of our defensive guys too. Obviously, Jesse Bates is really nice. James Pierce Jr. could be a freak. James Pierce Jr. could be a dog. He's a former Wheel of Cut prestige player. I like these audibles. I think I'm going to go yard if it's there. Fuck it, it's there. Come on, Drake London. Okay, it's there was a stretch, but I got to take a shot every once in a while. I feel like at all times with this team, well, dude, John Mateer's kind of fast now, low-key. 89 speed quarterback, young kid. I think I could be taking off scrambling, too. I always kind of forget about that option. I like to keep it easy, dude. These, like, low overall quarterbacks miss so many throws. So I'm hoping this is man, so checked down. It's 100% a touchdown. Jack Campbell, I love you, buddy. You're not catching Bijan. Bijan, do the thing. And it's looking like this is going to be a nice and easy win for us. There's John Mateer, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Piltz. We have Calcaterra. Why do we have Calcaterra? Guys, am I actually like mega casual? Why do I think Grant Calcaterra was on the Philadelphia Eagles? Drake London press coverage. Have you made a mistake, my brother? Oh, he came down with it. Ugh, Ontarian Arnold. Dang, that's my own team. And really be your own people. All right, let's give Bijan a nice little run up the gut. Jack Campbell's pissed today. Ooh, Jack Campbell is not having a good time against this roster. 6-14. It's all but over. 4th and 19. We can put the game away right here. So there's Jalen Walker. Where is James Pierce Jr. on this formation? That is not right. We're gonna have to make a change. Some substitution change is needed big time because he should be in. They try to go yard Isaac Tesla. This is going to be another touchdown for whoever wants it. Or actually, we're just good sports. Won this game. 14-6 midseason W pushes us to 500 on the dot. 4-4. It's our first season with John Mateer. We're still developing a lot of those defensive guys, but I don't know what happened there with our boy, James Pierce Jr. Interesting. He's still at my right edge rusher. Might be rush right edge. Bingo. I would love to know why the computer thought I wanted J.D. Bertrand at rush right edge, but it remains a mystery. The 2026 season for the Atlanta Falcons was deja vu, a record of 8-9, but it was really good for John Mateer, our rookie brand new quarterback. 8-9's not great, but all things considered, I'm very happy with this. And since we didn't make the playoffs, we got to watch from Cabo as some crazy stuff went down. Now, the Super Bowl is Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles. It's a crazy Super Bowl here. Jalen Hurts is back, and he's throwing bombs. A one-handed catch? Who even was that? I think that's a rookie. I have no idea who got that. But 31-28. The Eagles win another Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Ravens fans. You're just going to have to keep waiting. Jahad Campbell would get Super Bowl MVP. Stafford would win back-to-back MVPs. And Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ryan Wingo of the Atlanta Falcons. Dude, I'm telling you, Falcons playbook is disgusting. So John Mateer ends this. That's actually so good. 3,700 yards, 27-12 for rookie quarterback. That is super good. Hopefully he gets a depth trade upgrade for that. Now, rushing, Bijan, 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. A great season for him. Receiving, Drake London, Ryan Wingo, Mooney. Nobody goes over 1,000 yards, but Wingo does find the end zone 13 times. That's super good. Honestly, it's defensively where I think we're going to need some help. Aurora Rowe got 13.5 sacks. Jalen Walker had 8. Diablo had 5. James Pierce Jr. almost never got home. He was kind of like my most exciting young guy, and I cannot get him on the quarterback right now. So hopefully we can do something to fix that. Terrell gets 3 interceptions. So does Jesse Bates. This team is nasty. Also, for our draft classes, I'm using a random number generator to give me strong, normal, or weak for our positions, just to kind of change this up every single year. This year, we have strong quarterbacks, normal running backs, weak wide receivers, strong tight ends, strong O-line, weak D-line, strong corners and safeties. I went with very strong kickers because I know Atlanta needs some kicking help. I low-key cheated on that one. Sue me. I'll be honest, I've never had very strong kickers activated. I have no idea what that's going to do. And as I go to take my pick here, I already kind of forgot what was strong and what was weak. It's probably better that way that I did forget. This team does desperately need a right tackle, though. The best option right here is Mitch Coleman, super good-looking left tackle. I'll just move him to right tackle, assuming he's a solid pickup. 66 in true value means that overall isn't great, but he is hidden dev. So that's great news. Great news. This is such an interesting corner build. He has elite speed and strength, and he's really not that good at anything else. Zone corner Peter Cummings out of DC. Oh my God, he's number 7 in true value. Okay, speed. That's his scouting report. Good football IQ, effective in zone. Damn. Hidden dev, TCU corner, 95 speed. Kid's a beast. What if I drafted the greatest kicker of all time right now? Like, what if? So some of these guys got A kick accuracy. Dude, I want to take a kicker. Is that so stupid? Yo, Manny Reyes is 6'3". Fuck it, dude. Oh, his kick power is decent. What's Burgers? Elite kick power. I'm taking Jonathan Berger, bro. Oh my God, he's number 18 in true value. Yo, so if you go, oh, he has 99. I know I went very strong, but I didn't know he'd be like Brandon Aubrey out of the league, right out of college. Holy shit. Okay, I'm done. Get me to the end of the draft. All right, what kind of damage did we do here? So Peter Cummings was by far our best pick. My first round pick wasn't very good, 73 overall, and then Berger's a 77. That is so funny. This is a really good draft for us, though. Let's see what it was like around the entire league. Oh, wow. Yeah, because, I mean, when you go strong or very strong on some of those, it makes players so good. Wilcox is an 82 overall corner. Sanchez, Stills, Valdez, because we had strong tight ends. And then an 80 overall strong safety. And then there's a drop off to 78. So it's really not that OP of a class. I am kind of interested in all the kickers, though. So the best kicker in the class was Jonathan Berger. And no other kickers were drafted. Yeah, I mean, a third-round pick on a kicker is kind of criminal, but it's only crazy if it doesn't work. If that guy can hit from 65+ consistently, it might be all right. Gentlemen, I think it's John Mateer's season. He did not get a dev trade upgrade, which is a bummer for sure, but he had a really good season. I just don't see how I bench him at this point. Not to mention he's younger. Michael Penix was a very old quarterback coming out of college. 89 speed, 90 excel. I don't feel like it's out of the conceivable universe that the Atlanta Falcons would draft John Mateer. It's incredibly unlikely, but it was unlikely when they drafted Michael Penix. You know? And we got Nate Carter, Michigan State University. Bijan's a 99. Drake London lost superstar. But Ryan Wingo's a star. Okay, so I actually don't like that for sure. That does bother me a little bit there. And defensively, Jalen Walker, AJ Terrell, there's Cummings right here. Jesse Bates still playing really good football. We got Diablo, Caden Ellis, and Bertrand down the middle. I like this. I like this a lot. Yep. And our rookie left tackle on Arkansas is in. A promising start to the season. We're 5-2 as we go to take on the New York Jets. John Mateer is off to a nuclear start. 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look around the NFL, though. So Joe Burrow leads the league right now. Then it's Patrick Mahomes, Seth York, Justin Herbert, and Mac Harden. Ty Simpson on Cleveland is not playing very well. Julian Sayin is on the Jets. That's who we're about to take on. And there's John Mateer. John Mateer versus Julian Sayin. Jets at Falcons. Let's put on some cool uniforms. Let's put on a drip. I like the classics. I feel like the classics are so sick. Oh, dude, these uniforms are so sick. Dude, when you see that, don't you just instantly think of Julio Jones? Oh, that looks so dope. Bro, what do you know? What do you know about John Mateer in the 2019's classic home Falcons jerseys? What do you know about that? All right, John Mateer. Good blocks. Great blocks up front. I'm giving it to John Mateer. After saying all that, I kind of had to. Falcons touchdown. John Mateer. Defense needs my help. 2nd and 4. There's James Pierce Jr., Devon Diablo, Caden Ellis, Bertrand. I'm going to hop on Jesse Bates as they hand off left side. Breece Hall gets clobbered. 4 rushes, 8 yards for Breece Hall. Yeah, we're doing pretty good job defensively. There's Billy Bowman. We're in a nickel set now. Where's my boy Cummings? No! Wow. That's an ugly touchdown that we just let them have. Felt like we were locking up on defense. 1st and goal, 7-7. Let's not forget we have Bijan Robinson in a great O-line. An O-line that we just drafted towards. Maybe it is time to forget because we didn't get anything on that. 2nd and goal. You know what? I'm not giving up, bro. I'm running right behind Chris Lindstrom. I'm going to get a pull block from our left guard. And Bijan is just... No way that's not touchdown. Wow, I thought for sure that was going to be in. 3rd and goal from the 1. I'm not going to be discouraged. It is nothing but run plays to punch this into the end zone, finally. Dude, it almost looks weird with these jerseys now. Because when I see these jerseys, I'm expecting to see Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, and I'm seeing Ryan Wingo and John Mateer. Ryan Wingo's coming off a super good season. Drake London coming off of a regression season. And I'm going to throw it up to Drake London anyway, even though he's bagged, and I definitely shouldn't have. 4th and inches is something we go for every time with Bijan. I'm just giving it to him right up the gut. Oh, that's a good push out of the Jets. Bijan. Oh, my God, he was dead to rights. He was dead to rights behind the line. I honestly don't know how we got that. I'm hoping this can be man coverage again, though. I'm going to block Kyle Pitts. And that is absolutely man coverage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. John Mateer just about threw the craziest ball of the season. That would have been one of my favorite franchise highlights ever if he actually got that off. Okay, Jets are just spamming man coverage. So I'm getting Ryan Wingo open, and hopefully I can actually throw the ball this time. They're literally just spamming man coverage, but this was why the Ryan Wingo draft pick was so good. He's so fast. Definitely our fastest. Whoa! Goes for the backflip. Thanks, Ryan Wingo. Dude, he's nasty. Him and Drake London is kind of a crazy combo. 13-21 in this game. Our only goal in the Falcons rebuild is to never choke a lead. I feel like if I never choke a big lead, I'll have done my service to all Falcons fans. Ryan Wingo is going to pick us up some more. Dude, I'm really liking this John Mateer season. He's throwing such a good game. I know that, like, Falcons playbook's a little OP. Is that a Bijan touchdown? Not the best ball. A juke. A truck. Oh, my God. How did I not get that in the end zone? I just sold Bijan. I sold him so bad. All right, Drake London. You can have a touchdown. Whatever. Press single coverage on the goal line on Drake London. That was just a little bit too easy for him. 13-28. We got the football. This game is over. I know it's the New York Jets. I know it's the Julian saying New York Jets. That was a pretty commanding victory. John Mateer's having a really good season. Bijan's a 99 already. We still have Kyle Pitts. We've got Wingo, Drake London, James Pierce Jr., Jesse Bates. We've got new Peter Cummings, that new corner. And we have a 99K. I can't forget about my hidden dev kicker. Here's the new randomized draft class, by the way. We've got strong running backs, tackles, O-line, and linebackers. We have weak corners, tight ends, and quarterbacks with normal and everything else. I did do very strong punters, though. I feel like we have to equal out the talent level for kickers in this league. Death, taxes, and the Atlanta Falcons go 8-9. I'm really shocked by this season. We were 6-2 after that big win right there. I thought this was going to be a playoff season, but once again, we go 8-9. Really bad end to the season. Despite that, though, John Mateer did have a really good year. 3,700 yards, 36-12. Really hoping he gets that dev trade upgrade. 2 fumbles this season for Bijan, but he still put up crazy numbers. 1,400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Receiving. Ryan Wingo is kind of starting to stand out as our clear best wide receiver. Drake London falling off a little bit. I know it's just because of slot wide receiver, but I still expected Drake London to go for at least 1,000 most seasons because Falcons playbook is that good. There was a pretty awesome AFC championship, though. That's Buffalo Bills, Jacksonville Jaguars. And taking a huge shot down the field is Josh Allen, as the Bills absolutely dominated the Jaguars in the AFC championship. It was kind of like, the wild card playoff this year. It's kind of cool. That's Josh Palmer, by the way, who is army crawling through the end zone. Over in the NFC, it's New Orleans Saints, Green Bay Packers for the NFC championship. Low-key sick. And you're seeing the classic Josh Jacobs extending his arm out and getting a touchdown on that play. Stafford is now a New Orleans Saint, but it clearly wasn't enough as Jordan Love dominated. It was 2 dominant games in the championships and all those banger games for an incredibly bizarre Super Bowl. The Bills would win 12-7 with Landon Jackson winning MVP. This is such a weird year. Josh Jacobs did win Offensive Player of the Year, though, which I've never seen before on the Green Bay Packers. Nick Bonito, Defensive Player of the Year. There is a really big free agent pickup I'm looking at here. Quinnen Williams, superstar, 91 overall, is looking for 27 mil a year. We don't desperately need a D tackle, but the abilities, dude, and Quinnen Williams is so good. Your newest Atlanta Falcon is Quinnen Williams, from New York to Dallas to Atlanta. In the draft, we picked up a few solid players: Jaden Gaines, Pierre Bigsby, and Robert Jennings. There were some monsters in this class, though, so it was a bit depressing. There was an 85 overall strong safety, followed up by an 84 overall strong safety. Granted, they were both run support USC, which is the cheat code, as we all know. Dude, you're watching the slow descent of Drake London. Drake London may be a 94 overall, but Ryan Wingo just got superstar, and he's an 86 overall. I hate to feel like I'm replacing Drake London because I love Drake London, but Ryan Wingo's having a season. I think I'm going to bring Drake London back to slot wide receiver. Quinnen Williams looks nice on this defense, and this is interesting. Divine Diablo got superstar. Although Jesse Bates regressed a little bit. And don't forget about Jonathan Berger. Jonathan Berger has superstar, baby. He's got focused and zen kicker. Slow meter always. Freak show. The 2028 season is when things finally turned around, breaking the 8-9 curse and going 12-5. Crazy enough, 12-5 in the NFC was enough for the 1 seed. So the Atlanta Falcons had a bye into the divisional round. Here's how the wild card went, which made our next matchup the 6 seed Dallas Cowboys. And around the league, you had Chiefs Raiders in that wild card game, and Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God, that's an insane catch, actually, by Jonathan Villa, an auto-generated wide receiver. Dylan Raiola's on the Raiders. The Raiders did not get Mendoza. They got Dylan Raiola. Hey, it's good to see them in the playoffs, though. Now, we've also got Jaguars-Bengals, and that is not Trevor Lawrence, and that is not Travis Etienne either. This team looks a lot different. That is K-Laws. It's not T-Law, it's K-Law. Joe Burrow just couldn't handle it. Jaguars are a pretty legit team. Went to the AFC Championship last year, commanding wild card win. Now here's Cowboys-Rams. This is how the Cowboys, the 6-seed Cowboys, ended up facing us in this next game. They're going to go with a handoff, and that is also an auto-generated running back with the juke upfield. Dak Prescott throwing 3 touchdowns, and that thing went to the house. It's kind of fitting that we just watched the Cowboys highlights and we're about to take them on. We get home field advantage for this. We went from 8-9 to 8-9 to 8-9 to the 1 seed. Getting the 1 seed at 12-5 is crazy. I don't know that I've ever done that before. But their top 3 is that halfback, Ahmad Hardy. Jeez, 95 overall. He's a monster. They still got CeeDee Lamb, and in this universe, they got George Pickens back, which is kind of crazy because this is updated rosters. So they retraded or re-signed George Pickens. And our top 3 is still Bijan, Drake London, and Jesse Bates. John Mateer's best. Oh my God, he threw 50 touchdowns? John Mateer threw 50 touchdowns. 9 interceptions, 4,400 yards. That's like potentially an MVP season. That's incredible. Joe Burrow had 4,800 yards, but they had 34 touchdowns. Dude, I don't know the last time I saw 50 touchdowns. And guess who I'm followed up by? Julian Sayin. Dude, we're forming a little rivalry here. Julian Sayin and John Mateer. Jonathan Taylor led the league. Wow, that's crazy. And then there's 22 touchdowns out of Caleb Johnson. Receiving led the league. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Drake London had 25 touchdowns. Hey, I said I was going to put him back. I said I was going to put him back at slot wide receiver, and it paid off big time. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry. I never should have put Ryan Wingo in there. I don't know what I was thinking. And then defensively, we still can't quite get to the quarterback as much as I'd like. But Roro got 10 sacks, and Quinnen Williams got 9.5. Dude, I literally signed Quinnen Williams. And Roro still did better. Turned out it was actually really good, though. The 4-3 defense with 2 D tackles is kind of OP. Clemson, Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia on that D-line. We got a nice SEC D-line. And they all did really, really well. That's fun. 4 interceptions for A.J. Terrell. Low-key, I actually think we could win the Super Bowl with this team right now. This team is genuinely very good. Like, we're an 89 overall. That's the thing about a Falcons rebuild. It's like, they always have the Madden sauce. They really do. Let me put everyone in classic jerseys here. Go 1992 away classic. I like it. And we're going to go in 2019 home. It doesn't exactly make sense, but it is going to look sick. Also, I'd like to apologize. My lighting here while I'm in San Francisco is natural light. So there's a very good chance it gets really dark and you can't see me very well. Dude, I started this rebuild in broad daylight. That's fun, though. Rebuilds are fun. They're so chill. And it's a good way to learn stuff about players and teams. Like, to some extent, I truly am a casual. But as I play Madden, I actually learn more. Like, this is how I learned everything I know about football. I did just get scored on, guys, but I have a strong feeling we're going to be able to win this. I'm playing the moments here. I just think our team is so good. I just need a few opportunities. But yeah, like, I actually, I was a kicker because I was really good at soccer. I really didn't have a lot of interest in football. Like, I liked the sport, but didn't have much interest in it. Then, I realized just how strong peer pressure is. All of my friends, literally everybody, half the guys I make videos with still and who I live with, they all started playing football at our high school. And then I was like, bro, I can't get caught lacking. All my buddies are playing football. I can't play soccer. And so I switched and I just became the kicker because duh, right? Also, it's 4th and 9 and I just turned the ball over. And then Yap Session just put me in a very spooky spot here with the Dallas Cowboys. And defense needs my help. Yo, I got to lock in right quick. shouldn't have been yapping about whatever I was. No one even cares. What was I talking about? Also, this Ahmad Hardy kid is a freak because I just ran commit middle, and they still scored that with no issue. It's 14-0. Oh my God, wait, guys. This is a Falcons rebuild, and we're trying to undo the pain of that Super Bowl. What if, like, I exclusively came back from big deficits? Would that erase the pain? Probably not. The Texas checkdown merchant from the Oklahoma quarterback. Say what you want. That was a nice play. It's a minute 5. I got to remember, like, I know Drake London is our best guy, but Wingo is so fast, and you kind of need that in these situations. Clock's still ticking on that, Johnny boy. We're going to switch to a bunch formation. I'm going to go verticals. I got Bijan coming out of the backfield, and I can always remember I got Johnny boy Mateer. Nobody's on Bijan out of the backfield? That's kind of criminal. Even for a checkdown guy like me, I know you should. You got to put somebody on Bijan. All right, 3rd and 1. 3-man rush. John Mateer. Good downfield blocks. Yo, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney actually just threw such a good, high-effort downfield block. Not something I'd expect to see out of the kid. He just, you know, he doesn't strike me as one of those guys. John Mateer, you're so fast. I love John Mateer. 2nd and 1. He's going to get out of bounds, 29 seconds. I'd put us in a serious deficit by yapping about my childhood sports. Who gives a shit? Just check down the ball, check down. That's exactly what I do, and I get it to the 16. 24 seconds on the clock. Johnny boy. I really want to scramble this. Let's see how this sets up. Uh-oh. Like, who predetermines the scramble? What kind of dumb idiot would do that? Whoa! I was out of timeouts? This is a generationally bad game. How do I resurrect this game? It is 17-0, and it is 3rd and 4 with 4 minutes. I fear there's almost no way that we win this game. Let's go over the middle to Darnell Mooney. Wow. Wow, we're in big boy trouble. 1st and 10. Wingo, Pitts, London. Somebody's got to get open, and you got to get open fast. I like that. I like that, Darnell. Good spin, Darnell. I love that. Okay. It's not over. There's a 2-minute warning. There's 3 timeouts. The 3-possession lead's a bit of a bummer here, but Wingo's open. Beautiful. Okay. Touchdown, John Mateer. Not a lot of time left. Wow. On that one single drive, the Dallas Cowboys just chewed the entire clock. Okay, we're not ready. We're not ready. We're not ready. We're not ready. I'm not ready. Super Bowl ended up being Chiefs-Bears. NFL MVP was John Mateer. And Offensive Player of the Year is Drake London. Okay, and we got Defensive Rookie of the Year, Robert Jennings, free safety. What? How? Okay, so we won every award in the book. Everybody got a dev trade upgrade. John Mateer is now superstar. Drake London's back to superstar. The team just got stupid juiced. Oh my God, this dude Jennings is a superstar now. Okay, this team is too good to not have a Super Bowl at this point. In the 2029 season, we were out for blood, running it all the way back to the playoffs with an 11-6 record and making it back to the divisional where we take on the Los Angeles Rams. On the other side of the NFC, it's Eagles versus Cardinals. And in the AFC, it's Raiders, Patriots, and Chiefs, Bills. The wild card was certainly eventful. Patriots, Jaguars, and that's Travion Henderson bending the corner. Huge juke, breaking another one, and getting in the end zone. Drake May. Drake May? It's just like real life. He takes down K-Law, and it's Packers-Rams. I love a good Packers-Rams game. Always gets me going, and we do know the outcome here. That is a fadeaway. Oh, my God. That's a fadeaway 40-yard pass that was mossed. That's actually one of the... Is that Marquise Brown? That's one of the craziest highlights I've ever seen. Oh, my God. And then you hit that dance. After mossing somebody on the back step fadeaway. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, both 11-6. Miami's done a nice turnaround in this rebuild. But still, Josh Allen, tight window to his tight end. Is that Dawson Knox or Dalton Kincaid? I just get those two mixed up. Or is it neither of those guys? Is it somebody named Scott? Yes, it is. 21-16. Josh Allen gets the win there. All right, deja vu, but I will say our team has way better abilities this time around. Like, way better abilities. So here's our top roster slots. Bijan, Drake London, Jesse Bates, Spencerman, Terrell. So it's really just Atlanta Falcons players. None of my input, but there's John Mateer. And then there's Quinnen Williams. And then there's Ryan Wingo. There's Jonathan Berger. There's Peter Cummings. James Pierce Jr. This team's actually looking nice. Rams' top 3 players are Puka Nacua and their new quarterback, Somebody Harden, 93 overall. He's a dog. And then Jared Verse is in that top 3 as well. Falcons-Rams is a sick matchup, too. 91 overall versus 91 overall. I'm going to wear my actual jerseys for once. We like moments like this, gentlemen. Our first moment of the divisional is a red zone alert. 1st and 10. I think we just start this off with Bijan. Bijan. Ooh, cut that. Cut that. Ooh, cut that. Ooh. Oh, my God. I got it. That was low-key being stupid. Bijan's a GOAT. And also, this game is kind of busted right now with speed boosting. I don't know exactly how to do it, but, like, they messed with something in a very bad way. And now you can, like, speed glitch people, basically. Oh, my gosh. Wait, is this a... Oh, Jared Verse, you're so fast, I'm infuriated. That should have been a John Mateer tutty. 10-0, though, is a very nice start for us as we get a 3rd and 8 third down alert. This is looking like it's going to be an easy game, despite my kind of ugly play there. Could have put that up for Drake London, too. So I'm not particularly happy with myself, but there's a good... Oh, we have no timeouts. No. Don't continue to next moment. Dude, why would you give me a moment if you don't stop the clock? 3rd and 6, Los Angeles can't get in the end zone. And if Los Angeles can't get in the end zone, they can't win the ball game. Drake London's wide open. No, he's not. He's double covered. Yikes. Dude, keep me out. I think we're playing better without me. I will say, though, I'm kind of excited to kick with Berger because he has slow meters on everything and he has actual 99 kick power. Look at that. That's a 46-yard field goal. Put that thing through the top of the uprights. Yo, no shot. Just like that, Los Angeles scores, and they went for 2 and got it. This is actually a one-possession game. So, I got to step up and make some plays. I'm going to start it with a check down because that shit's broken. Okay, I know I'm check down merchant. I won't do it. I'm going to throw something I never throw. Let's just go with, let's hit Ryan Wingo if he's open. Not going to be stupid on purpose. I can't hit that, though. Drake London coming across, keeping the clock ticking. 2nd and 6. McVay's got to burn some timeouts. This is still a game. What I would really like to do, though, is just scramble with my GOAT Mateer. Just barely got the ball off, but that does stop the clock. Jared Verse is so annoying. He's so good. He doesn't even have abilities. It's just a raw dog Jared Verse. And he's like that. I'm going Bijan. I got to keep the clock still ticking. And he gets the first. Oh, my God. So not fair. I feel like this offense is just so good. There's no hole on this offense. We even have a good offensive line. This is like a fantasy football player's, wet dream. This is what you want in fantasy football. Is it going to convert? That's kind of the whole question here. Is this going to convert into an actual playoff Super Bowl win for the Falcons? All right, 2nd and 8, 2 minutes on the clock. I mean, we could just run this whole clock out. Bijan's going to get some good yards. He's kind of hurting, though. Okay, motion pinball. So we're going to motion Drake London over. Just a little decoy. Just for Jared Verse to blow the whole thing up. We can easily pin the field goal, though. Los Angeles tries to score at the end. They can't get it. Shout out to the defense. I was very mediocre at converting offensively, but our defense was just so good in that game. That's a lot of field goals. I think the MVP, our playoff MVP is Berger right now. He just went 4 for 4 on field goals. So, the Atlanta Falcons and John Mateer, a 19-8 victory in our game. What about Buffalo, Kansas City? What happened over in the AFC? It looks like a handoff to James Cook on the left side. That's going to be a 70-yard run. And oh my God, what was that move at the end? What did I just witness? Dude, even the replay didn't know what we were looking at. But Josh Allen just dominated Patrick Mahomes. After all those years of losing, he gets a massive dub here. New England Patriots, Las Vegas Raiders, the 13-4 Dylan Raiola Las Vegas Raiders. Play action heave downfield is snagged. Up top by Trey Tucker, I think. Wow, this was a crazy game. That is Rashee Rice. 32-29. But Dylan Raiola on 3 touchdowns, 250 yards, and that pass right there to Rashee Rice gets the win. In fact, the only game we didn't see was the Arizona Cardinals game, and that's our opponent in the NFC Championship. Cardinals-Falcons. It's the Red Bird teams. This is not cool. That's the 5-seed Arizona Cardinals who got through the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who on earth do the Cardinals have that they're playing this well? They have Nick Rivers, an auto-generated quarterback who is low-key balling out. They have Trey Benson going for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey Benson, Trey McBride, Nick Marsh, Michigan State. That's a nice pickup. NFC Championship, it's the bird off. It's the bird off. I like a Falcon in this matchup for the record. I feel like a Falcon has an edge on a card. It's not a menacing bird choice. I'm not saying it needed to be. It's just not a menacing bird choice. They're kind of sick though. I don't know if you guys are into birds and shit, but Cardinals are pretty fucking sick. If I'm being for real. I'm dumping this off to Kyle Pitts, and I'm running through him in. I love that. Yo, Kyle Pitts, old washed ass, old bust. Would you guys consider Kyle Pitts a bust? I know that's an insane thing to say, but he was a first-round tight end. Like, people thought this guy was the next coming of Jesus. Johnny Boy. Oh, Johnny Boy Mateer looking at I downfield fight. Bijan. Whoa, that did not look open, and then all of a sudden at the last second, Bijan was just butt naked. And I was looking. Yo, did you guys notice we have an X-Factor tight end? Now, the reason he's not starting a tight end is because he's horribly slow and he's literally just a blocker. But this guy is the blocker of all blockers. Darius Pratt is our X-Factor blocking tight end. And that wasn't his fault. That was not his fault. Don't go getting on me. That was not his fault. That was my left guard who let him through, not my GOAT backup blocking tight end. He's basically a fullback, that tight end is. And I might, dude, if John Mateer wants to be roided out, okay. That would have, if he completed that, it would have been a drug test. So it's probably good that we didn't. 3rd and 14, though, no points on the board, and I really don't want to come up empty. The good thing is our kicker's a freak. The bad thing is I got a lot of yards to convert here. I don't hate this. Drake London. He's got to get through one. That's why you got a 6'4" wide receiver. That's why you go out and get a 6'4" wide receiver. Drake London. Yeah, if that was Darnell Mooney, that is not a first down. Although Mooney's faster, so maybe I'm full of it. Maybe it was already a first down. Johnny Boy Mateer with the juke. Buda Baker's having absolutely none of that shit. At this point, Buda Baker is mega super unk. So, yeah, he's really not about that. Not about that weak shit. Drake London. We very seriously could have stalled on that drive. But we clutched up right there. Now we get to play a little defense. 3rd and 6. Ooh, this is a big 3rd down. I'm sending the blitz. He's empty. He's lucky that that's the quarter. All right, gun bunch, 3rd and 6. Dude, this defense is so nasty now. I'm going with the blitzes again. I'm on Jennings. Manned up on Trey Benson. And he throws! Jesse! Oh my God, he tested Jesse Bates. Nick Marsh is fast, though. Nick Marsh is fast, though. Damn, Nick Marsh. Nick Marsh, Michigan State University, greatest tackler for the Arizona Cardinals. That was just straight up a man coverage interception. They just weren't ready for it. Drake London. Also man covered, but significantly better. Damn. Oh, it's all coming together. Look at the other bird team going down. It's 21-0. I got a red zone. Dude, it's the second quarter. Arizona's got 3 turnovers to our 0. And it's about to be 28-0. This is going to be a mercy rule playoff game. Who won it? Just barely got that thing off. John Mateer took a hit. Nobody was open, I'll be honest. Nobody was open. So switching to verticals here because I really like Ryan Wingo on an island out there. You think that's just going to be press man? I got to give him a shot. He's still 6'2". That was... Will Johnson just clamped my shit. Straight up. Like, I would love to make an excuse there, but Will Johnson was all over that. That was great Cardinals defense. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh, my God. Are you kidding? Oh, my God. He was untouched. Wow. You know what? We're going to win this game anyway. But that was I just got nano-blitzed by the computer. That one hurt my soul. I love having this kicker. I should do very strong kicker drill classes every time. This is like my favorite part of this whole thing. 24-0, and we're going to get a 2-minute drill. This is crazy. Honestly, the reason my drive stall is because I forget to just give the ball to Bijan every single time. Like, what am I thinking? Drake London, man coverage. Wow, dude, they're really, really struggling to cover Drake London today. Drake London's having a game. John Mateer. John McQueer, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Yoink. 2nd and 1. What do I want to do here? Who hasn't gotten any love? Darnell Mooney has gotten negative love, but I feel like that's deserved. No way you just made that. Drug tested. John Mateer's getting drug tested. Holy shit. Yeah, sure. Why not? 1st and 10. Are you manned up? Ooh, yes. What a ball. John Mateer's out of his mind. Dude, this might be one of the biggest blowouts in a playoff game that I've ever, like, had. It's about to be 31-0 in the first half. Let's see if we can hold it. Oh, you're so lucky. What a defensive effort. That was a touchdown. John Mateer, run up the score. John Mateer, run up the score. Drake London, what a route. Oh my God, 21's and piss. Get somebody else on Drake London. Move Will Johnson onto Drake London. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never seen that. I've simmed so many games. I've never seen that. In the playoffs, nonetheless. This Cardinals team, like, actually just beat the 4-seed Vikings and then the 1-seed Eagles to lose 45-0 in the NFC Championship. It makes you wonder, would you even want to go? Would you rather your team miss the playoffs or get to the NFC Championship and it's 45-0? Legacy game for Johnny Boy Mateer. John Mateer, 4 touchdowns, 190 yards, no interceptions. Nick Rivers, worst game of all time. I don't know what happened in the sim there, but Arizona was horrible. And the Super Bowl is Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills. Well, listen, one franchise is going to get that coveted, beautiful Super Bowl that they desperately want right now. So it's a good thing for all fans, okay? But wow, dude, both the games were blowouts. 48-7 in the Buffalo game, 45-0 in our game. And we'll meet up in the Super Bowl. I've seen Josh Allen make some plays. Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills. Here we go, gentlemen. 2nd and 5 is our first moment. We're in the Super Bowl. And Dalvin Cook. Dude, the computer running backs today have been glitchy. They're putting moves on me that I'm just not ready for. I just got cooked by James Cook. It only makes sense. Wow, my God, Kyle Pitts is a superstar. All the way around the horn for Kyle Pitts. Oh my God, I kind of want to throw him the football. Unfortunately, Bijan is just too good. I gotta go Bijan. 1st and goal. So Kyle Pitts went from like the highest touted rookie to underperforming to now he is a superstar tight end on our team once again. He's gone from X Factor to normal dev all the way to a Super Bowl touchdown. Dude, what's going on? Kyle Pitts. Yo. That's a big boy doing that. All right, 7-7, and I think they're going to need my help again. I hate this Buffalo team. Let's blitz. Let's go. We got Phillips. We got Diablo. Get home. Somebody. Ooh, untouched. Up the middle. 4th and 13. That was a nasty stop. And Josh Allen's in piss. Look at him. He's slow to get up. Okay, so Buffalo had to settle for 3 because of that. They literally had to settle for 3 1st and 10. They had to settle for 3. And I can go get points. And that's that's Ryan Wingo catching that football in triple coverage. Ryan Wingo. Tell him, Ryan. You earned it. Yeah, you did. Oh my God, that was such a bad ball. I honestly just put up a prayer because I felt the pressure. And my prayer was answered by Ryan Wingo. Ooh, another prayer? Oh my God. Okay. Ryan Wingo desperately wants Super Bowl MVP. I don't blame him. Guys, you want to hear something funny? Actually, no. I'm going to start yapping and I'm going to play badly. I'm not telling you nothing funny, bro. I'm not telling you shit. Kyle Pitts, superstar. Ugh. Okay, that got a little spooky. I didn't like that. 2nd and 10. Okay, I'll tell you the funny thing, though. The funny thing is that all these corny-ass companies don't have the legal rights to say Super Bowl. So as the Super Bowl approaches, you will hear every company and their mother saying this line over and over. Big game. Big game. The big game. That's all they're allowed to say. If you've ever wondered why it feels like people are intentionally not saying Super Bowl, that's why. And I almost just did it myself because I just recorded an ad and I was like, are you guys excited for the big game? Like, it was so fucking corny is what I'm saying. But I shilled for the bag because I have to pay child support for all these baby mamas. True. 14-13 Super Bowl. I can actually say it. Dude, this is a banger game, though. I'm going on Bertrand. Yo, we were talking shit about this guy at the start. He's a superstar. So you randomly will get a lot of dev trade upgrade. Oh, my God, and I just got a fucking penalty with him. Dude, James Cook, stop. You'll randomly get dev trade upgrades just for making the Super Bowl. And JD Bertrand got one. It's actually pretty awesome. But now it's 1st and 10 because I keep getting I honestly might need to blitz every play. I can't do anything once the ball's in these guys' hands. They're killing me. 1st and 10. Oh, no. Yes. Yes. Finally got a little TFL on James Cook. That's what we needed. 2nd and 11. Let's go and get it. Get his ass. Fuck. Okay. Jeez. Couldn't guard a telephone pole back there. Good Lord, that guy had some separation. 3rd and 2. What's the play? Let's go Johnny Boy read option. Give that fucker to Bijan and cut it up. Ooh. Oh my God, we have to go for this, coach. Let's go heavy. Yo, let's go heavy set, and I'm getting my tight end in at fullback. 99 Bijan and Pratt's in at fullback. I'm telling you, bro, this tight end is such a good blocker. We got the X Factor Pratt blocking for Bijan. They are blitzing. Do I adjust this? I kind of want to go outside. Yep, I like this. We're going dive. We don't got to go behind our fullback. Oh, my God. Having a fullback might have picked up that block. I liked dive better because I thought that 3rd and 8, though, we can make a huge play right here with Bertrand. J.D. Bertrand. Oh, my God. Is that going to be the play of the Super Bowl? After choking the offensive possession, he gets the pick. After I choke the offensive possession, he gets the pick is what I meant to say. Wow. Oh, my God. That was cinema. I'm not giving up on the run just because I had a really embarrassing run right there. 1st and 10, we're going right back to Bijan, who hits the gap, jukes right, and almost gets the touchdown. 19-14. I'm going back to our play, bro. I'm telling you, the speed option could be so nasty. It didn't work that one time. I'll admit it. Oh, my God, it looks so good here. Look at this. Dude, they're not ready for it. There's no fucking way they're ready for it. Bijan. John Mateer to Bijan. Speed option touchdown. As we take the lead, and the sim went for 2 and got it. 22-19. Banger Super Bowl. And I don't know. I mean, is this the pass to tight end attack, or are they going to run this? It is tight end attack. Pass it over the middle. Barely got anything. 2nd and 10. I love that. We're all over it. These blitzes have looked good. I'm going on Jennings, and I'm guessing pass here. I just can't see them running this football. They technically can, but I'm going to guess pass. I'll be in trouble if they run in case they don't run it. Good defense. Oh, he's going to get a first. All right, we're going to go Tampa 2, and I'm going to hop on A.J. Terrell. Haven't seen as much as I'd like to out of A.J. Terrell. He's been good, but quietly. Guess that's a good thing. It means you're covering well. Wow, that play was insane. They had so many people open on that. 22-19. They're almost in field goal range here. That's just to tie it up, though. I'm blitzing. I'm going Divine Diablo. I'm going to user. So I'm usering James Cook here, and we're just sending a lot. Oh, and he's blocking. Okay, good tackles. So if I see him block there, I can honestly blitz next time. But I'm going to go on Jennings. I'm going to go on our defensive rookie of the year, Jennings. And I'm on Dalvin Cook this time, and it's a slip screen, but I missed. That is the risk of using this camera angle. It's a little bit harder to control. It was kind of electric, though. Oh, actually, no, this is a run. This is a run. We're filling it. Yup. Yup. Who's out there? Everybody's out there. James Spears Jr., helped up by A.J. Terrell, by Jesse Bates. Okay, 2nd and goal. Actual pass here. I'm going to give us a good camera angle. Nothing over the middle. That's what I just said. Nothing over the middle. 3rd and goal to the 3. It's not a touchdown, though. I'm going overload blitz. I got to be one of the blitzers. I'm going Divine Diablo, and we're sending a screamer. 3rd and 3. All out blitz. We're pressing up close. I'm blitzing Diablo with good defense. A.J. Terrell. And they're going to settle for this? No way. No way. I can't believe this. Buffalo is settling just to tie it. 22-22 with 39 seconds left. And Coach is... Look at Coach's suggested... Oh, no. Coach, you're not... Okay, good. I thought for a second that Coach wanted us to just lay down and go into overtime. 35 seconds and 3 timeouts. For John Mateer, Bijan, and this Falcons roster. Let's make the right reads. Let's make the right play every single time. We're getting rid of that one. 2nd and 10. Yes, we can technically just send this into overtime, but I have Jonathan Berger with 99 kick power and every ability on planet Earth. We might be able to hit like a 65-yard field goal to win the game. But first, I got to get in range, and we are not in range right now. Let's see what we got. Wingo's in single coverage, but Kyle Pitts thinking they lost Kyle Pitts. He's out of bounds at the 48. There's 25 seconds left. Oh, my God. Is Jonathan Berger going to end this fucking game? We're honestly in burger range, bro. We're in burger range. Bijan. Up to the 20. Oh my God. What if we won the Super Bowl on a 60-yarder? 20 seconds on the clock here. I'm giving to Bijan. Good. Yo, I don't want to see a wear and tear report right now. Well, this clock is ticking in the biggest game of my life. 22-22, and I'm calling timeout with 2 seconds. He's going to get iced, though. McDermott's still got 2 timeouts, so he's going to get iced. We're going to come out here in the field goal unit. It's a 49-yarder. That is nothing but butter for Jay Berg. You realize we spent a 3rd-round draft pick on this kid, right? Like, if you don't think that's the best kicker you've ever seen, dude, give him Super Bowl MVP. Give it to J.D. Bertrand, actually. That's who needs it. I redeemed myself big time. 49-yard field goal. Jay Berg, he can't even be iced. He's immune to icing the kicker. Oh, my God. The Atlanta Falcons. Dude, I thought he was going to be iced. Our Super Bowl champions taking down the Buffalo Bills. Coming back down 5 after turning that ball over. So John Mateer was 9 for 17 and a touchdown. That is not a spectacular anything for a Super Bowl, but Bertrand picked off Josh Allen. James Cook was so good. Bijan did have 2 touchdowns on the ground and 60 yards. Receiving, it was really all Buffalo, but Kyle Pitts had 1. Wingo had 68. I kind of struggled through the air, to be honest. It was that huge defensive play by Bertrand that saved everything. J.D. Bertrand. With the play of a lifetime, he did not have a single other significant stat. He did not have a tackle, a TFL, a sack. He had his interception, and that was it. Wow, that's crazy. Dude, I knew it. I literally knew they were going to pull some bullshit. I mean, listen, Divine Diablo was really good. He had like 10 tackles and 2 TFLs. But come on. Not J.D. Bertrand, bro. Not John Mateer. Not Bijan. Hey, the one-time Super Bowl champion Atlanta Falcons are very happy with how things transpired. We are not going to complain. NFL MVP Josh Allen falls victim to the MVP curse. And the Atlanta Falcons are champions. Low-key, this team is disgusting now, too. So, like, actually, this team is so broken. Bijan, John Mateer, Drake London. This team is disgusting. I'm gonna sim another season. I want to see if we would just back-to-back it. No. Oh, my God, dude. We're negative. How do you even get negative 30 mil in cap? We're negative 30 mil in cap. We made the playoffs. We're 93 overall. But we lost to the Packers in the divisional. The Super Bowl is Jaguars-Saints. I love that. Oh my God, and it was a banger. Casey Laws. K-Laws. It's not Trevor Lawrence. It's Casey Laws. Casey Laws won Super Bowl MVP. That's actually so awesome. Drake London won Offensive Player of the Year again. It was 29-28. The Jaguars win it. So in this universe, the Jaguars got their first ever Super Bowl. The year after, the Falcons got their first ever Super Bowl. Also, the Bills did win their own. Wow, a bunch of teams got their Super Bowl in this sim, you guys. It's pretty great. Yeah, I mean, this team is disgusting, though. Bijan led the league with 1,700 yards and 11 touchdowns. And then Drake London did this again, 1,423. Banger rebuild. Depending on when you're watching this, the Super Bowl has not yet occurred. So, Seahawks-Patriots. It's going to be an awesome Super Bowl. I think the Patriots are going to win this one. Here's my official score prediction. In case I act like crazy enough, I predict the future. I'm just going to say 31-24 Seattle. All right, boys. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.